Hello, my name is Vesa Juvonen, and in this video we will have a closer look on how we can use the newly published Office 365 Developer Patterns and Practices Nuget package to help us to speed up development towards Office 365 or in general in app model. So what we've done is that we've released the two different versions out of this Nuget package, one for Office 365 and another one for on-premises. And in this video I will just show quickly what it actually means and how you can get started. So what I've done here is that I created a just out-of-the-box console application. There's nothing special here. There's no additional references, no nothing in the project. And at this point, normally you would have to start adding references and adding things to random stuff to actually get the connectivity ongoing with Office 365. With the Nuget package, we can actually set up these things slightly faster, and we get a reference to the latest published version of the Office 365 Developer Patterns and Practices core component. So what I'm doing here is that I'm opening up the Nuget console, and then I can use the search capabilities to find what I'm actually looking for. And in this particular case, if we search for Office Dev as the search criteria, let me zoom in on that one. Office Dev as an example, we will get then two different Nuget packages. One is the Office Dev PnP Core, and second one is the Office Dev PnP Core on premises. And this is because the client-side object model is a slightly different between the Office 365 and the on-premises. So there's a 15 version of the client-side object model for on-premises and a 16 version against the Office 365. There are certain API differences between them because some of the capabilities only work within the cloud and some only work within the on-premises. In my particular case, or this particular case, I want to do a development against the Office 365, so I will select the Office Dev PnP Core. I'm able to see the details here. I'm clicking install. It's going to actually add me the necessary components. There are some licenses. These are typical open source licenses that we're allowed to that we're able to use them. I'll just do accept, and it's actually installing all the dependencies, whatever is needed for the core component and also for the client-side object model. So the core component has a dependency on the app for SharePoint Web Toolkit, which is then added to the project as well. So after a while, we're able to now see on the right side on the Solution Explorer, it is actually expanding the capabilities, and we're able to see these additional elements added to the solution, which is essentially making sure that we have the right references, right capabilities, whatever we use within the core component, we will have the right versions referenced within our solution. So let's actually click close. Now if I extend the references, you're able to see that all the relevant client-side object model, the latest version, which has been released. So we always refresh the Nuget package automatically as well, whenever there's a new version coming up, has been added. If we would look closer, because I selected Office 365 and Nuget package, not the on-premises version, these are the 16 version of the client-side object model. The other thing what we also got was to do different fellows which are needed to easily connect against Office 365 or do the app model development, show the SharePoint context and the token helper. And these are precisely the same components, or these are coming from the normal Nuget package, which is our patterns and practices package has a dependency on that one. So now if I actually start developing, let's close the SharePoint context. There's my console application. I can pretty much start developing just by adding that Nuget package in and then just adding my whatever the context or whatever is need to be done. So in my particular case, let's just connect to our admin site or connect to our SharePoint site. Let's resolve the using statement, and after that, you're essentially good to go. And the secure string there as well, so we can resolve that properly. And there we go. Now we're good to go. And obviously, then it's all the core component methods are immediately available. So let's see if we actually do web equals ctx web. Let's do something with that particular web in that particular site, and let's do web and create web, which is essentially a method which is creating a subsite. So I can really easily create a subsite with a URL called sub with the description, and then provide the template, which is, as an example, STS #1. And let's do English sites. So there we go, one-liner with the core component from the Office 365 Developer Patterns and Practices core component, one line, which is encapsulating a lot of the code inside of it. So it's essentially that line will now make sure that whenever I'm executing the line, we will get a subsite using the out-of-the-box theme subsite template with a URL sub and the title sub. So really, really easy way of getting started on the, development against Office 365. So what we're doing here, just to repeat what we essentially are doing, is that we are adding a Nuget package dependency on our Visual Studio solution. And that Nuget package was the Office 365 Developer Patterns and Practices core component Nuget package, which will then track all the other necessary packages in. And just by adding that one reference into Nuget packages, we are ready to go and ready to start development against Office 365 from any solution. This was a console application. Just as well, you can use the same thing with the provider-hosted application model, where you will, however, natively already from Visual Studio get some of the references. But really, really increases the productivity of the developers. So have fun, and please give us feedback at aka.ms /Office Dev PnP Yammer, and that's our Yammer group for the Patterns and Practices guidance. So give us feedback, let us know if something doesn't work. Please give us a bug report or tell us what you encountered, and we will try to fix that for you as fast as possible. Thank you.